besties, welcome back to the channel. Make sure you got your I may or may not have already dabbed in the oregano. Make sure you have your wine, your water, or your rolling tray, or whatever you need to tune in with me, because today we are talking about symbolism. Everything that I've been posting on my Instagram or things that I talk about inside my videos, and you guys are like, but how do we know like what these symbols mean? I got y'all today. Here's one video for you to come back and reference. I want this video to be like really straightforward, to the point. Like, it's not gonna be too extra. It's really not much to it. Like, once you see it, you can't unsee it. Like, honestly. Hopefully everybody can keep up and we'll be good.
I'm gonna hit this block one more time. I'm gonna sip this cup one more time. I'm gonna take this shot one more time. It's like suicide.
Well, I want to start here because a question that I get a lot is, why would they put these symbols in music, and why would they put these things? Why are they doing it? What are they getting out of it? Blah blah blah. I'm gonna let you know. So in order to understand why they're putting this symbolism in front of us all the time and feeding these things to us, you have to understand the powerful effects of music itself. Depending on the lyrical content and visual imagery, music can have a negative or positive effect on the listener. Like, it can literally have a direct effect on your subconscious, your thoughts, your behavior, your moods, everything. Like, one example here from an adolescent psychiatrist, it says, music often provides enjoyment for children and adolescents, but some studies have shown that the music, lyrics, and images may have a significant impact on how you think, feel, and behave. Children often use music to explore their identity and discover how they fit in. They often imitate what musical role models do and say, trying on new roles as their personality develops. And this is what I be talking about when I say, like, even if these artists didn't sign up to be role models, like having their music on the airwaves, putting themselves in this place. So it's like, yes, you didn't sign up for this, but you know these kids are listening, you know they're watching, they're brainwashed. Why are you promoting these types of things, right? According to Dr. David Lewis, music can trigger the following effects and responses on people. Tears, increase memory function, happiness, slow down, relax, or speed up your heart rate. It affects our actions, creates friendships and relationships, and even can shape one's identity. Creates a curing effect. It can help induce sleep, cause your spine to tingle and make your hair stand, can cause pupil dilation, and trigger fight or flight responses. So when our music and television shows and movies, all of these things are filled with Illuminati symbolism, there can be a destructive spiritual impact on the watcher. Like, I don't understand why that's so hard to get. Like, people are like, what are they getting out of it? That's what they're getting out of it. So many of us are depressed, and it's because of our music. It's because of the things that we watch. Like, you have all of these artists glamorizing the devil, telling you to be on demon time and to make a OnlyFans and to basically put out big succubus energy. That's a conversation a lot of people don't want to have, but all of our music right now is about sex and clubs and get money and steal this and that. Like, oh my gosh, like nobody can make a love song anymore. Nobody, like what is this? And if it is a love song, it's like some weird raunchy, like, crack me in the head with a champagne bottle, bend me over, and now we're Bonnie and Clyde. Like, that's not cute. I can't relate. I don't like this song. Why is this what's flooding the airwaves? So now that you know what the symbolism does, here's some reasons why it's so popular in the industry. So, you know, if you read the Bible, the devil was the one who was in charge of music. I need to move. I hate it here. Yeah, so Lucy was in charge of music, entertainment, all of that. And the devil needs worship. He needs people to worship him. And by throwing up these symbols and showing, like, you know, what side they playing for, that's them worshiping them every time. Every time you see Jay-Z throw up his rock, every time you see Beyonce up there throwing it up with him too, and the devil horns, all of this symbolism, every time they do that, the devil gets stronger. So, like, when you're singing along to these songs, you don't even realize you're like secondhand praising the devil. And I know it sounds crazy, like, well, I'm not a devil worshiper, but like, it doesn't matter if we know or don't know. Like, even like from gang signs, like I don't think people understand that, like, all of these hand symbols, they mean something bigger than what y'all think it means. Like, again, remember who put gangs and drugs and all of these things into the neighborhoods. Like, you didn't just wake up one day and be like, yeah, I'm a gangbanger. You saw it on TV, you heard it in music, you heard your favorite rapper say that he was selling drugs and he was trapping, and you don't know what he was actually doing in his free time. Half of you girls don't really want to be strippers, you don't really want to go out using niggas for money, doing things, but you do because you hear your favorite rappers talking about it, you hear your favorite singer singing about it. Oh, well, if she can do it, then I can do it. This is feminism, it's respect. Well, if he can do it, I can do it. It's just getting to the bag. Okay? But like I said, directly or indirectly, the devil is going to get his worship. So whether you think or admit that you're doing it or not, he's still getting that credit because you're praising him. The devil wants to be like God, so therefore he's gonna keep doing things to deceive the public to look like a god, to be a god. Like, when you have these artists and they're like, oh, I'm gonna go up here and I'm gonna thank God, but then they throw up the little rock symbol. Which God, sis? What are we talking about? You got on all of these Masonic colors, all of this, but you're thanking God for this one? You were dressed up as the devil in your last music video, but we're thanking God? Which God? Baphomet is a god to most, okay? And now you're probably like, what do they get out of it, right? The devil gives fame and fortune to those who worship him. There's videos that I've seen of celebrities talking, and they say like how they have these split personalities, or like how the person who's on stage isn't really them. That's them letting the devil into them, letting these entities, these demons into their bodies to take over and to give them that extra boost of talent, that extra mask of, I can't see the crowd right now, I'm not shy anymore. Like, that's why these people switch. And you see a lot of celebrities have these alter egos and they don't associate it with themselves. Like, Nicki had Roman and she was like, Roman lives inside of me. I'll put the picture up here. Like, who says these things? Like, what do this came out your mouth? Yeah, no. Beyonce with Sasha Fierce. I'm going to do a whole video on that. I'm just trying to figure out a way. Eminem with Slim Shady. So when they promote these symbols inside their videos, then they're rewarded with the money, the fame, the attention, whatever they wanted, in exchange for brainwashing their audience for him. And I use him, all of this lightly, because me personally, if you follow me, then you know, I honestly believe that, you know, I believe in the Most High, the creator and everything, but I believe like the whole Bible version of like God and the devil is just about frequencies. Like, God is your Christ consciousness and the devil is your lowest vibration when you're really operating at a nasty frequency. That's just how I feel. You don't have to feel that way. Nobody has to. You don't have to try to change my mind either, and we're fine. Like, whoever the higher powers at hand are that are controlling the industry, this is their goal. They are the devils, let's say, whatever. So in exchange for promoting their agenda on your platform, you get rewarded. It's really that simple. Like, we see it happen every day. Like, wow, she's not that talented, but she's filled with all this symbolism, everything's going, now she's at #1. Or even if you are that talented, but you're still getting this recognition that you wouldn't have gotten otherwise if you weren't doing all of this. And we see that in the industry, people that are so amazingly talented and they just keep getting overlooked just because they're not doing what the handlers want them to do. And that could just be from like dyeing your hair, changing your whole look, changing the group of friends that you hang out with. Like, all of these things are little compromises that you're making for yourself, for these people to push what they want you to push. Now you're wearing these colors, you don't know what this color means. They telling you to pose like this, let's do that. Let's cut you a bang and cover one of your eyes. These celebrities have so much power and influence, it's crazy. They dye their hair blonde, you dye your hair blonde. They go buy this clothes, you go buy these clothes. It's just so many things, and they know. That's why they're influencers. That's why they are in the position that they're in. I'm not saying every single celebrity like sold their soul and like had like a personal deal with the devil made out. I don't believe that. A lot of them, like on the bottom tier, they're puppets, like complete puppets, and they're brainwashed under MK Ultra, and they don't even know that they're pushing these agendas. They're just like, oh well, and then they're still looking up to their idols that are in the industry, and they don't realize that these people are bots either, and that they just think everything is fine. This whole world that they're in is good. It's like the Truman Show, but they're all in on it. Truman Show was following just one person, Truman, but in reality that movie was based on like all of Hollywood. Like, literally, that's how they all live. They don't realize that they're puppets and that they're entertainment. They know they're entertainment, but like, see that some celebrities are like, oh, I want my space, and you don't get that anymore. You signed up for this, and that's crazy. And I'm so glad that I signed out of that. Like, I would have been miserable. And I was like, oh, that's just something that you gotta, you know, put up with to do. No. Okay, so we're gonna dive into the symbolism and what to look for. Yeah, I'm just gonna record my screen. Also, I use DuckDuckGo to research these things because Google be lying. Google just block things out. Like, you can search for something on Google and not show up. You go to DuckDuckGo and it's like 1,000 pages of what you were looking for. First, we're gonna start with this one eye symbolism. Y'all think that everybody's just doing this because it's cool. This is not even a comfortable, nobody just is like, hey, let's, like, she looks creepy as hell right here too. That's the one eye with the 666. That's something else to look for. You see? Another one. 666. Every time. Gaga, man. Oh, look at Ariana Grande and her old face. All of them. And I love how they use the Eye of Horus and just be like, oh, you know, act like it's all, like, don't use our oh my gosh. We got Justin Timberlake right here. Like, there's so many artists that do this. 666. And we already know what Kevin Spacey is into. Like, it's really just so many pictures. We got Willow Smith as a baby here like this though. Like, are you serious? Like, their parents are really, like, Will and Jada are the biggest scam artists of black entertainment. I swear they got y'all wrapped around their fingers. Oh yeah, we already know about Eddie Murphy. And Russell Brand is another one on here on YouTube. Got y'all all wrapped around his finger thinking that he's exposing something. And a lot of the information they put out is put out to throw you off. Oh no, well he said this and he was in there. You think they just let him out? Come on. We got Michael Jackson right here because y'all love to be in denial. Like I said, Jay-Z throwing up his rock. And having the whole Freemason thing on his back. Like, it does not get more like, hey, look at me than this. Like, come on. Eminem got on a chain with just a triangle in the middle, and he's already said multiple times that he sold his soul, that he is in a constant battle with the devil. And you think it's a joke, and that it's just like, oh, he's fighting demons. Yeah, real demons. Like, demons exist. I don't know why you think that when people say they fighting demons that there's just this imaginary fight going on. It's a real fight. And just like right now, we have spiritual warfare happening, and just everybody seems to just not be caring. Right here, this is what I was talking about with the whole being in a gang thing. You throwing up the big B's, but you really throwing up 666. Let's talk about it. But yeah, so like a lot of the people in the industry hide behind, oh, I'm in a gang, I'm in this, so that they could throw up certain things. And then people that are listening, then they start thinking that they're in these gangs. Like, a lot of y'all are not certified. Like, it's like y'all listen to your favorite rapper and he's in the gang, and now that's you repping that. Like, that's weird. Y'all was letting niggas jump you so that you could be like your favorite rapper and you don't even know. Like, even that, the whole gang culture is toxic and low vibrational. Like, that's clearly made by the devil. Like, yep, Birdman got the star, like literally the whole star for the, again, y'all gonna be like, oh, but that's some gang shit, that's the blood. Yeah, we know, but look where it all originates. And when you look straight on him, it's an inverted star. So, and what does it look like? The Baphomet head. Nicki Minaj, because y'all love saying, oh, but no, Nicki got blackballed. Yeah, because she wasn't listening that year, and until she started listening again, she couldn't do what she wanted to do the way she wanted to do it. But now she's listening again, and look what's happening. We got Drake throwing up the devil horns, and I know y'all see the horns and be like, oh, but that's just rock star rock. Why do you think rock stars do it? People always thought when parents would be like, oh, stop listening to that devil music, that it was just like them hating and like, you know, they don't want you to have anything. But it really is devil music. And I'm not saying I don't listen to rock or regular music. I listen to music, but you gotta listen with discernment. Like, you really can't let these vibes onto you. It's crazy. We got Kesha over here, the one eye. Rihanna with her one eye all the time. Madonna, Christina Aguilera, Justin Bieber. And Justin is deep. Like, he's so deep that he's like, and like, I believe that he do be trying to expose little things, but he's also so deep in the puppeteering that it's like, you're not a reliable source though. Like, because I don't, you know, I don't know if he's trying to throw us off with certain things. Got Fab, Rick Ross, the one eye. Kanye and Tom Cruise, and we already know that he's into Scientology, and I don't know what them people got going on in those buildings, but they know something that everybody else don't know. Kanye with his Illuminati jewelry. Always with these white men too, like always cuddled up. This is not the same Kanye that said George Bush don't like black people. This is not the same Kanye that said he gonna get on and leave your ass for a white girl, and got on and left everybody's ass for a white girl. Like always up under some white man's balls doing some extra shit too, like for attention. Like I don't have time. And the Yeezys are made after slave shoes. So, and Kanye do be like, when he gets out of his little MK Ultra stints, because he is a Gemini, he goes hard and he does start exposing things, but then he still goes right back to his massa puppet ways. Like I don't have, like, choose a side and stay there. Queen B Beyonce over here, 666. If you didn't see my Lady Gaga video, go watch it. If you did, then you already know how we feel about Gaga over here. This is so much symbolism happening in this picture. She got the 666. She has the shush, which is the vow of silence, which is basically you take a vow to not expose the secrets of the Illuminati. But yeah, like she literally has a freaking Baphomet head on her like all the time. She's a Marina Abramovic, you know, slave. Miley, born into this. Like when butterflies, monarch butterfly programming in MK Ultra. Talked about this in my Alice in Wonderland Megan Thee Stallion video. Shakira, LMFAO, they was hot for like a little second. Selena Gomez, the one eye covered, and the Alice in Wonderland Queen of Hearts little lips. And again, Alice in Wonderland symbolism, following the white rabbit, going down the hole. It's all MK Ultra. Nelly Furtado, here she is throwing up the rock symbol. And not only are there sixes in her name, the 666, they're also swirls, which represent either or mind control. Usually a mix of both, because the industry thrives off of sexualizing young people. But I think y'all get it. Pretty much all of your faves, when you see these things, this is what's going on. And it's not just music. It's not just music, like I've been saying, and y'all want to swear sports are so real. My team, you know, he's the best. No. Like I'm tired of the men jumping in my DMs every time I post something about a basketball player. Oh no, but he does that because he got a 3, or he did that because he got a... Shut up. Where do you think it comes from? Usain Bolt. Shaq. Meeting with the Masons. LeBron James. Did y'all see that video that just came out of the former WNBA player saying that LeBron James sex trafficked her and stole all her money, and that she's been gone for 2 years, that she just got out of the ring? I don't know how true it is, but like, did y'all see that? Because I saw that and that was intense. Yeah, former WNBA star Cappie Poindexter. Yeah, how do we feel about that? You would be surprised at how many of these people are involved in that. I mean, look at Allison Mack from Smallville. Who would have thought that she was recruiting girls for NXIVM? Like, come on. You put too much trust in these people. Naomi Campbell was recruiting girls and models for Epstein and taking them on the... Come on. Like, what? And even, like, simple things around you that you might not have noticed. The LG logo is the one eye. The Nickelodeon logo has the one eye in the pyramid. CBS News, Eyewitness News, one eye. Disney Pixar, Monsters Inc. There's so many things. This is my Instagram, by the way. Come follow your girl for all the tea and conspiracy live on your newsfeed all day, because that's all I do when I'm not making YouTube videos. I'm just on Instagram all day. Here is more of the vow of silence that I spoke about earlier. You ever wonder why your faves do this pose, or why Rihanna got that tattoo after Good Girl Gone Bad? The shush or vow of silence is a reference to the silence programming of MK Ultra. The slaves are programmed to never speak of what they know. This is also a reference to keeping quiet about the Illuminati secrets. When one takes an oath to sell their soul, they also take an oath of silence. So here are some of those people. And I told y'all inside my Demi Lovato video about her and her Never Have I Ever game grooming children. Go watch my Olsen Twin video. Go watch my Lady Gaga video. And yes, Erica too. I'm tired of not Miss Erica. Yes, Erica too. Bye, child. Like I said, Naomi Campbell was out here trafficking young girls with her bestie on many occasions, her and Ghislaine Maxwell. Like, they just... Child. Anyway, these are the men at the Mason Lodge. Their little aprons that they wear, I guess, look exactly like the Gmail logo. The Apple Store looks just like their compass. Google Chrome looks like 666. Google GPS is the eye. Facebook looks like one of their symbols. Google Play is literally the pyramid. Like, nothing we think is normal is really what it is. It really is not, and that's why you have to watch They Live and put on the glasses. Here's what I was talking about with the celebrities repping for Lucy and dressed up romanticizing the devil. Yeah. If it's fake, why is it real? Okay, so here are the 6 main signs of MK Ultra programming. Because a lot of you are like, well, Shelby, how do you know? It's a lot that adds up. Like, it's not always just one thing. That's why I let things usually build up a little bit, or I keep things just like kind of noted. I don't just see every time someone comes out with blonde hair or does this or does that, like, I don't just pinpoint them. MK Ultra and Monarch programming was created by the CIA to control the minds of their victims. Then it eventually spilled into the industry that we know today. And if you watch my MK Ultra programming video, I explain how it came to be and the CIA's role in it and how they brainwashed us with the James Bond movies. He didn't really write those books, write those movies, none of that. Like, the CIA just gave him a story and told him, we're gonna put your name on it, you get to be famous, but we want the public to think that the CIA are the good guys, even though they're not, pretty much. What's going on there? So it poured into all of these different industries: media, military, psychiatry, businesses, so many different things. Not even just Hollywood, like, it's bigger than that. Like, the magazines you read, the infomercials you watch, like, all of this stuff is ran by them. And it says here, you might see victims of MK Ultra displaying multiple personalities, mental breakdowns, dissociative identity disorder, things that a lot of these artists have, and they keep diagnosing themselves and then telling you all these new things, and then you're like, oh, I think I have that too. You know why you have that? Because you're listening to their music. They also have a handler who helps control their behavior, making sure the victim is doing their slave job. This could be the sister, the brother, the manager, the boyfriend, anything. Anybody near them could be their handler and you don't even know. First sign of MK Ultra programming is the black and white clothing. The whole black and white thing has to do with duality and their beliefs about good and evil. Then we have diamonds. And if you watch anything and like all of these, diamonds are a girl's best friend. Diamonds represent the presidential model. Like, if you see when Beyonce went to meet with Obama, how they have Lady Gaga with Biden, how they had Marilyn Monroe, like, it's just, and Marilyn Monroe is the OG beta sex kitten. But yeah, it's like the highest level for a sex slave is like once you start seeing them with all the diamonds. Cassie had a lot of diamond symbolism. That's how you know when they're getting slaved out in the background. Handlers are mysterious and shadowy controllers, sometimes pretending to be security or entourage in order to stay close to the victim and better control their every action. They can control their slave with certain code words, code names, and triggers, which brings out certain alters that does a certain job under a different personality. If y'all remember that clip of Cardi B when she was on the red carpet and she glitched and then she looked around, it was like if somebody said a code word or something to her to make her snap back into reality, like that. In my MK Ultra video, there's a snippet of ODB talking to Method Man. If I can insert it here, I will, but if not, I'll just put the video where you guys can go watch the whole video. He was talking about the government and how they're trying to brainwash us, and Method Man is sitting next to him talking about abort, control, whatever he was saying, like literally saying out different code words to get him to stop, and then they cut. Like, they keep the celebrity isolated from others. Celebrities sometimes switch to the alters on live television because certain trigger code words are used, which takes this celebrity to a different personality ready to perform a certain action, like I said earlier. Beyonce is a totally different person when she's Sasha Fierce, and even in interviews she said it, and the way she says it is so scary, like it's not even her, like it's not even connected to her. And it's really not, because I know all about Sasha Fierce, okay? So if you follow me, you know I talk about beta sex kittens a lot. Beta sex kitten alters have to do with dressing like a wildcat, a tiger, a leopard, lion, the cat ears, different things like that. That's all forms of beta sex kitten programming. Then the Mickey Mouse ears from Disney also symbolize MK Ultra mind control. Most Disney movies are filled with dark satanic symbolism, and most people don't realize it. Go watch my video. What are your kids really watching? If you need it, I got a video on it. Another sign of MK Ultra programming is bleaching hair to platinum blonde or wearing a platinum blonde wig. Now we have mirrors. Mirrors, cracked mirrors, shattered mirrors, they all have to do with the fractured personality disorder and all of these things that were created from trauma being under their mind control. And it's been said that around 27 or 28, they start rebelling from their handler, and that's also a connection with the 27 Club. Once they reach this age, something disconnects, and I think they get so disconnected that they realize that they were slaves, they don't want to do this anymore. That's why, you know, they end up unaliving themselves. A lot of them, they end up overdosing or doing things and like being really super sad and depressed because they realized what was going on. And some aren't lucky enough to detach from it or wake up, so they have, not that that makes them lucky, but I mean, would you rather be dead or a slave? Like, I'm jumping in the ocean. But yeah, they go into if they start disobeying around that age, then they have to go into rehab and they get re-MK'd and things like that. Also, we have bathtub symbolism. The occult belief of water and bathtubs is the belief that there is a ritual component to bathing in water. Since that is the case, there could also be a ritualistic aspect to the human sacrifice in a bathtub. One belief is that the final bath is a ritual one you can use to cleanse their soul from evil. One belief is that the final bath is a ritual one used to cleanse their soul from evil. And I myself have done water rituals and bath rituals, not like this, but like just, you know, basic cleanses to like set the energy right. But you'll see these artists in a bathtub full of blood. DMX, Eminem, SZA was covered in blood in her hit different video for no ass reason because she was in a parking lot, then she was covered in blood. Here are some celebrities in bathtubs, you know. I love that symbolism. We got Eminem, we got the blood, the tub, we got the checkered floors back here with the blood in the tub. We got her just clothed in a tub. Here we have Taylor Swift in a bathtub full of diamonds, like I said earlier. Diamonds, sex slave, the highest of the high. And we know where Taylor is sitting on her throne, okay? We got Madonna here. Like, look at all of these pictures. And then they'll tell you it's art. Leonardo DiCaprio as a kid. Like, Tony Curtis and Marilyn Monroe. Bruce and Caitlyn Jenner. I mean, Bruce and Kris Jenner. Pre-Caitlyn. And we already know how they sold them kids. Anna Nicole Smith. Joan Rivers. John Lennon and Yoko Ono. But yeah, pretty much we get the point with the bathtub symbolism. And in case I didn't say it earlier, whenever you see the checkerboards or the checkerboard floors, it's a physical representation of Freemasons' moral law. So it's the principle of good and evil. I really hope that I covered everything today. I just wanted to make this video because a lot of people write me like, what do these symbols mean whenever I post a video? Some people are confused when I'm like, oh, and by the way, she's doing that, look at her hand. And most of you get it, and that's why I love my besties, because y'all just get me, you know, we're right here. But a lot of people are new and they don't really get it, so it's cool. I'm here to lay it all down. So yeah, I hope this video helped. Hope you learned something. Again, if you're not following me, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Storm Ellimac. I'm very active, so please follow me, hit me up. Especially hit me up on Twitter. My besties know that I be on there talking to y'all. Really the highlight of my days. So come chat with me. I think I'm done talking now. I think I'm done. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you leave me a big thumbs up. I love you guys. I will see you in my next video.
I'm gonna hit